Gym owners, there is something gurus have been hiding from you, something online agencies and consultants don't want you to know, something to actually help you build a highly profitable gym, a gym that runs without you, pays you and your team well, impacts your community, and allows for time freedom. And in this video, I'm going to step by step walk you through what it is and how you can install it for yourself. But before I do that, if you're looking for an add 132 members in 32 days type offer, probably not in the right place. This is not for you. If you're looking for a make 100 grand profit in 90 days or you don't pay type guarantee, this is not for you. And if you're looking for the next quick fix or how to run bait and switch offers, pump and dump challenges, high pressure sales, this is not the video for you. You can click off now, seriously. If you're a gym owner watching this, you do not need Facebook ads or a bunch of underpriced members to grow your gym. And I'm going to show you how I've achieved operational freedom with my businesses that's allowed me to do cool stuff like get my skydiver's license, jumping out of planes around the world, and got me from desperately scrambling for new business and working on the subway or anywhere I could to now being able to manage my business beachfront in Marbella or really anywhere in the world from my laptop. And I want to show you how I've done this while still entering a solid growth phase and how gym owners I'm helping are doing the same so they can take vacations when they want or really do whatever they want with their time and their gyms run like well-oiled machines that pay them with or without them working inside. And they're able to produce some pretty awesome results like this, taking a local CrossFit gym owner we worked with from 18K months to adding 152 grand in annual reoccurring revenue in a single quarter. That is a 7-figure run rate. And I know not everybody watching wants to be a millionaire gym owner, and that's totally fine. We can help you win with that too. But here are some more examples. This semi-private studio added 140K to their top line with 53 new clients on 6 to 12 month contracts within 10 weeks of us sharing this. Or even this group-based martial arts gym that added 29 grand in 30 days without messing around an ads manager or running any of these crazy type challenges, but instead making this one simple change that I'm going to show you in this video. And if this all sounds too good to be true, I get why. I'm sure you've seen gym marketers online, you've seen their ads with the bold claims, get 100 members in 2 weeks, or you don't pay, and we run your ads for free, and we call your leads for you, and we front your next $1,000 in spend, right? The list goes on. And maybe you've wondered, and I don't blame you, what happens if I buy their thing or I sign up to their program? Well, I have, for over 90% of them. And this is how it typically goes. Stage 1, they select the same pump and dump front end offer for every single gym that they work with. This is typically a bait and switch free challenge type offer, an offer that kills all trust from the start of the coaching relationship. It has you chasing up for the second sale all the time and builds your local reputation as that scammy gym owner that nobody wants to work with. Then they run it regardless of your model, your product, or your culture. And they either A, start blasting this offer to your list of old leads and clients, or B, they switch on copy and paste ads at $50 a day and burn through your local reputation. These are ads that everybody's already seen because every other gym in town is running them. So for example, something like this, okay, a fake free offer, the same template used by every gym, or with unoriginal stock images and the exact same body copy. This is stuff you could get away with 6 or 7 years ago, but the companies running this for gyms haven't tested or updated their marketing with what's actually getting results right now. And they're still teaching the same stuff that worked back then. Now, stage 2, they teach you high pressure, sleazy sales tactics. These are high anxiety, pressure driven sales that push clients into working with you, or tricks to remove trust and squeeze your new client for everything they're worth on month 1, right? Telling them, oh, it's free, but only if you lose 30 pounds, or any of these other tricks they teach you to push people into making a decision that ultimately they're not comfortable to make to begin with, right? Rather than having a real fitness coaching experience from day one. And even upfront cash grab models that destroy your monthly recurring revenue, which is obviously the lifeline of your business. They want you to convert your entire model to this front end cash grab so that you can afford to just pay them back their setup fee of 10K or 20K, right? But on the back end of that, you have this big pile of mess of chargebacks and cancellations to fix. And all the loyal members and stable reoccurring revenue you've built up over time are washed down the drain as a result of people not sticking around for the long term when you run bait and switch offers and pushy sales like this, right? And stage 3 is rinse and repeat. Because who needs retention when you can just reinvest in marketing, right? Who cares about actually delivering an awesome coaching experience when you can just self-liquidate your offer? And stage 4, when results drop, they'll blame your limiting beliefs or your work ethic, right? These are companies that don't take the blame. They're not actually invested in your success. They just want to collect their 5, 10, 20, 30 grand setup fee and just peace out, right? They're actually okay with lying to you rather than building a legitimate solution for your unique situation in your gym. And stage 5, they actually use that lack of results as a method to upsell you. They'll push a high ticket mastermind or an inner circle to really learn the secrets of running a gym business. And it goes without saying that if they couldn't get you results with this thing, it probably isn't worth paying them an extra 20 to 30 grand a year to sit in a room and listen to the same BS on repeat from quote unquote industry experts. So in short, the 5-stage swindle goes as following. Stage 1, run pump and dump offer. Stage 2, teach anxiety-driven sales tactics. Stage 3, rinse and repeat. Stage 4, blame your beliefs and effort. Stage 5, upsell you on a high ticket mastermind. And they get to keep their Lambo at the end of it. Now here's the problem with this all. Here's the real reason why this will never work for you. Because not only are the materials delivered by gurus simply broken or outdated, their incentives are not aligned with actually solving your struggles. And maybe they get you some results, right? A short-term boost that's just enough to keep you at bay, but never enough to truly fix things long-term. They'll get you to flood your gym with low-quality members, right? Deal hopper clients who are only looking for the next discount, just so you have enough to pay them back. And instead of making your life easier, their work adds operational complexity to your business. Their bait and switch offers, their high pressure sales, pump and dump challenges, and front end cash grab models all create a big pile of mess for you to clean up. Mess that eats away at your time, your profit, and your gym growth trajectory. So let's stop there. Because at the beginning of this video, I said there was one thing you need to become unstuck from this mess. One thing that allows you to buy back your time, your profit, and your sanity, so you can work less and pay yourself more. That one thing is systems. Systems are the key to having owner freedom from your gym. And without them, you'll never sit in the owner's role like you should. You'll never have the time to take vacations, spend time with family. You'll never have the freedom to work as and when you want, but you'll always be chained to a self-created job instead. So why is this? This is because growth requires efficiency, and your gym business is only as efficient as you are. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. That's a quote by James Clear, author of the book Atomic Habits. So if you've tried ads, you've tried agencies, you've tried consulting, there's a reason it hasn't worked out. And I'm here to tell you that you don't need to know the ins and outs of Facebook ads. You don't need to use ClickFunnels. You don't need to outsource marketing to grow. In fact, you don't need to try anything else. What you need is a collection of proven systems. Systems that you can easily install into your gym that remove the complexity of day-to-day processes and remove the need for you or anybody that you give these systems to, removes the need of them to think to actually use them, no matter their level of skill, knowledge, or expertise. So what are systems? Maybe I sound like this guy right now. What actually are systems? Well, systems are the blueprint of how things should be done in your business. They can take the form of processes, tools, and or procedures, right? And here's an example of a system. This is the gym member acquisition system. And if I hop out of here, I can show you this in a bit more detail. Really, this shows you the different phases that take somebody from an absolute stranger to somebody that has bought your program, right? Latent conditions, somebody just existing, to attention, attention to interest, interest to appointment booking to showing up to sales. And this shows you an overarching look of what a system looks like, right? And an example of a tool would be our automated CRM. This is something that increases the efficiency of lead management and automates things like text and booking messages sent to the new and past customers that will be coming through the system like this when we're looking to book the appointments, right? This is a tool that we can use. Another tool that we could use could be our member acquisition tracker, right? This is something that if I hop in here and I show you, this automates KPI calculations for every stage of conversion from a stranger to a sale at your gym, okay? And this helps us assess the health of the overall system of acquisition. It helps us to see the health of this thing. Some examples of processes. We have our SOP hub. This is the appointment booking standard procedures. These are individual processes that make up the system of appointment bookings. Hopping out of here again, when we're in this subsystem here of appointment bookings, getting somebody from being interested, raising their hand to actually booking them in. Well, there's individual processes that add up to that. So we got things like building up your offer, launching your campaigns. If you're using a lead form or a funnel, the calling workflow, the qualifying call script, the appointment booking script, updating the contacts. And if I was to give you an individual process example, it could be something like our favor call framework. This is something that once somebody is booked on for us, we actually call them and confirm the appointment by asking them for a favor. So it's a particular script that absolutely everyone can follow. And what you'll see with systems is that everything is in order. There's a process for everything. There's a system for everything, for every single layer of acquisition, for retention, for scale. So why do we need systems? Maybe you're wondering. Well, maybe I don't need that to run. Okay, well, the truth is that you already have systems in your business. Systems for handling leads, for taking sales, programming clients, managing a team. All of these things actually require a system to function. Okay, so as a byproduct of you just being a business owner, you actually have systems in place right now. They're likely just not very good. So by documenting processes and installing systems, you become free. You add this layer between your time and your effort and the results that you see from your business. You're free to scale profitably with ease, which is why most of us got into business in the first place. So to give you an example, here's me as a burnt out PT business owner. And by this point, I'd already failed a few businesses. I had the clients, I was making okay money, but I didn't have the time to take vacations, to spend time with friends, family, or overall just create a wholesome life. And I may have been smiling in this image, but behind that smile, I was very, very miserable. I was conditioned to this rise and grind mentality that meant that if I woke up earlier, I worked harder and sacrificed my own health and personal life, that I would have more money and more success, right? I'd still spent time cleaning the studio, as you can see, desperately handing out flyers in my off time, sending out emails to try and connect with gym owners at the time. I was trying to get an agency off the ground at this point, running for a bus every single day at 5:30. This is something that I did, trying to get to the gym for my early clients. I was completely dead in the water and it was all getting to me, and you could even see it in my eyes. I know it's light outside. I believe it was summertime here, but this was taken at about 5 a.m. and I was going through it, right? And this was my life and my business without systems. Now, fast forward to me after installing systems. I still look freshly turned 18 despite being in my mid-20s, but now I'm able to have complete freedom to travel where and when I want, time spent with friends and family, getting my skydiver's license in Portugal, building back my health, my dream physique, getting back my sleep as well was a massive one, spending lots more days out with my partner, taking my partner out on more dates, driving my dream car around the Spanish coastline. And sure, as a younger guy, maybe you don't want exactly what I have, but the truth is that this is my dream life. This is my dream life that I harmonize through implementing systems into my business. And you can also harmonize your dream life through the same process. And systems have allowed me to have a calendar that looks like this. A lot of people love to show how packed their calendar is with sales consults or clients, but I take the opposite approach. As you can see, my calendar is very open. I take 2 hours out of my day every single day from 12 to 2 p.m. to work out, sauna, have lunch, and I'm very fortunate to be able to do that as a result of the systems that I put in place, where I sit in the owner's role and I manage a team and they handle the business's relationships for me. So I only drop into the day-to-day and take sales calls or extra meetings for fun, right? When I like to, I do that. And although I did transition out from the brick and mortar space to online with coaching and now consulting, this works for my business as much as it does yours. And I see it time and time again producing incredible results for gym owners like you watching. And the one thing that I love the most about systems is that setting up a system means you never have to do that task again. And without systems, you will always be the bottleneck, whether you're making 50 grand a year or 5 million a year. You will always be what's blocking your own path. And systems aren't just this one and done deal, right? They're a constant process. And this is exactly why materials from a course made 5+ years ago aren't going to work for you, or agencies following systems from a course made 5 years ago also are not going to work for you. And I'm not saying that you need systems. Okay, you can make good money without systems. And of course, I've spoken with millionaire owners who have everything without solid systems in place. Like, they just run the whole show. But systems are what allow you the freedom you wanted from starting your gym to begin with. So if you want to buy back your time, you're probably wondering, well, what systems do I need to create first? The truth is that not all systems are created equal. And just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it, at least for now. And most people have a chip on their shoulder, or they don't like systems for whatever reason, because really they just build them in the wrong order. So I'll give you an example of this from back when we were running the gym marketing agency. We actually built out an autopilot ad system that was working beautifully. It's an ad system that manages and scales ads without them even having to check Ads Manager. And my client was getting lots and lots of new leads at a low cost per lead and a low cost per show. So unit economics were on point, but their ROI was lagging. And they were losing sales that they would usually be closing, at 80% or higher, give or take. The gym owner was running back to us saying, look, we've never had so many book sales consults. We've got so many consults. My calendar is full all day, back to back. What shall I do? And I told him he needed to train up either his coaches or a salesperson to handle all of these consults. And this was right around the time we were building out our coaching style sales system that we now provide gyms with. So we offered to help him build a system to delegate sales. And he liked the idea, but said, well, another guy told me that I need an appointment setter to handle the lead flow. And I said, look, I really don't think that's a good idea. I think you need somebody on sales with you. And he said, no, I'll get back to you in a couple of weeks after I get this appointment setter. So 2 to 3 weeks go by and he calls back and he mentions how he's got even more sales consults being booked by this appointment setter and how they're now flooded with bookings. So they really need help with a sales system. And I said, yeah, the reason why is because you sold for the wrong thing in the wrong order. And if you're getting more sales consults than you can handle, you can hire an appointment setter to book more in your calendar, but that's the wrong order, right? It's out of alignment with where the bottleneck lies in your business. What this person should have done was trained up a salesperson or a coach on their team to take the consults off their calendar and then hire an appointment setter to book more leads from their inbound channels. So the order of operations matter. And that client of mine took an extra 6 months to figure this out because they followed the wrong order. So always make sure you follow the right order when you're setting up systems. And there's a specific theory that we follow to keep things in the right order. And that's a theory of constraints. It's a mental model that allows you to objectively see where your biggest constraints are in your business. And you can then use that information to build a plan of attack to solve those constraints and actually scale efficiently. The simple theory is that if this bottleneck was solved, would things improve? That's the rough idea of what the theory of constraints is. But the overall concept is that every business has multiple constraints. There's constraints in leads, in marketing, in sales, client success, in operations, payroll, hiring, firing. Everywhere there will always be constraints, but we're always focused on what is the biggest constraint? What is the constraint that if you solved it would make all of the other constraints flow easier? And this graph should help you understand this a little bit easier. So there's always going to be these constraints. This could be leads here, sales here, operations, but you need to be able to identify the biggest constraint, okay, that if you unlocked would make all the others flow through a lot easier and would make your business a lot easier to run. So when you're building a system, you want to look for work piling up, for frequent delays, underperformance, or just consistent errors. So work piling up, overdue tasks that you're kicking down the road. Frequent delays if you're procrastinating, thinking, I just need another week all the time. Underperformance, multiple quarters under KPIs. Consistent errors, being wrong over and over again. These are all red flags that could be a constraint in your business that you need to prioritize. And just to summarize here, if you're not getting enough leads, you're not getting enough traffic. If you're getting a lot of complaints, you're likely not creating enough consistency in your delivery experience. And if your profit margins are too low, you're likely relying more on people than on systems. So this is the theory of constraints we walk every gym owner that partners with us through. And this helps them to diagnose the constraints of scale and where systems are most needed right now. So if I was to hop out of here and show you the theory of constraints here, we've got a couple different things we can roll through. So right at the start, we've got when they join our program, which is goals and mindset. So we've got a couple different things here to get your goals and mindset above 95%. We've got something like our growth calculator. I could hop this open here. And this calculator will show you through data exactly how many members you'll have at your total functional capacity, the monthly reoccurring revenue you'll be at that capacity, the weeks until you hit it, and the months until you hit it. And it gives you this nice graph and this nice table for you to see that month-on-month growth. And all you have to do is punch in your current numbers. And this is obviously really important for when gym owners start with us so they can see, okay, this is my pricing model right now. Is this in alignment with the goals I have for my business? If it's not, I need to make some changes, whether it's my front end offer, back end offer, the amount of clients I can fit into a session. This helps them to nail that out. Now, second thing we sort of have is if they have an effective offer or a model. If they don't, they can go through things like our gym offer vault. So if I was to open this here, I won't dive into it for privacy reasons, but this vault will show them exactly how to establish their audience, their front end offer, their back end offer, and also establish a pitch as well for their business. And these are all individual processes for their system. As you can see, these are all things that they can use, large documents to help them nail their effective offer and model. Okay, moving on. Do they have a packed intro calendar, or do they have lots of sales consults? If they don't, well, then they can go through particular things like setting up our lead booking machine, using the social funnel that we have, lead capture creation, setting up things like ad metrics as well. These are all large documents that they can access so they understand data for what it is, numerical validity, setting up things like pixels as well, step-by-step processes that they can install. And they can then go through things like the ads vault. So setting up autopilot ads, for example, let's open this. And these are step-by-step processes that they can install and start using to go through and set up ads and start getting a packed intro calendar. And let's say they've got their packed intro calendar. Well, then they need 70% of these people to be qualified and actually showing up, because otherwise, well, what's the point of having such a packed out calendar if nobody even comes? So you have other things in place. Things like voice drops, our favor call framework that we went through. And then let's say they have them showing up. Well, then what about closing? Well, we have particular systems and processes in place for generating a 60% plus close rate. Really, we're looking at around 83% on average right now, and at least 50% of that being upfront cash. But also we want to be contributing to the monthly recurring revenue of the business as well. So we have particular processes in place for that system. So for example, our gym sales follow-up SOP. This is something that all the gym owners can follow to actually follow up on lost sales so they can start generating more sales. We even have things like the Rainmaker system. This is something that shows gym owners how they can decentralize themselves from sales completely and actually have highly motivated salespeople, either it's their coaches or a salesperson, take sales off their plate completely, and how to use commissions and things like that. We've even got the Gym Sales Bible that logs the sales of the whole facility as a whole. And then we've got individual trackers as well for their staff, sales performance logs, so they can start tracking their sales from a team perspective and just get better at selling, okay? These are all the things that go into it. I mean, there's tons here. Clearly defined roles and responsibilities, onboarding as well. We give out the exact hiring funnels, hiring framework, 30% profit margins, the resell and upsell SOP, how to make members worth more. If you can say yes to all of these things, then you get to scale. Okay, that's the framework. And in essence, these are just the constraints that stop a gym from scaling. So if you're somebody that says, well, I can't scale, and you haven't got systems in place, like all of these things here, well then that's probably why you're not scaling, right? So to hop back into the presentation here, those are some of the processes that could be preventing you from growing your gym business. And to scale, you would need to build the processes and tools to create each system and solve each constraint, like I just gave you some examples to. And if you're somebody that says, I don't have the time to do that, the truth is that you need systems the most. If you don't have time, that's a clear indicator that you probably need systems for your business, which is why we've already built them out for you, ready for you to install. And this is Gym Owner Systems created by myself and my team here at EasyFlex. It's a 7-figure gym in a box that you can quite literally copy and paste into your own operations. These systems are designed to help you scale your gym efficiently while breaking your chains as the owner. And here's how it works. You access a vault of 14 trust-building offers to attract loyal, affluent, and ready-to-buy clients. You install a cocktail of free organic and automated methods to get sales opportunities flowing through your doors every single day. You have more than 85% of these bookings actually show up to your facility using a pre-built lead booking machine and industry-leading nurturing system. You embed a coaching style sales system that ethically converts at least 83% of these bookings into high-value clients on reoccurring memberships, a magnetic growth mechanism to retain lifetime members, build a thriving community, and premium tools to triple your profit per member. The operational freedom action plan to get paid more for less of your time with ready-made operations for hiring a lean team and exiting the day-to-day. And finally, the secret launch method to open new locations at full capacity on the first day, and even the build to sell framework to sell your gym as a truly valuable asset. But overall, this system generates full price members for free in 30 days and adds 6 figures to your gym and true operational freedom for yourself in 90 days. So let me tell you something. Systems work, right? And believe me, the game is a lot more fun when you have the pre-built tools and guidance directly in front of you. And here's the best part. These exact systems have been perfected over 24 months and battle tested amongst all types of gym models. We've done High Rocks, it's 22 long-term clients in 4 weeks, completely free using the organic system. We've done small group PT, so this is $64,800 in lifetime value added in 3 weeks. To quote them, selling almost 3.6K daily. We've also done CrossFit. This is $4.5 grand cash collected on month 1, completely free from 19 signups. And I could keep on going, but the key thing here is that all of these gym owners' businesses are forever changed as a result of installing systems, right? And by following systems closely, you won't have to run 6-week challenges or hope and pray for ROI, but instead you'll get to have full price members, regain control of your growth, and unlock true owner freedom from your business. Right here, this is the freedom you deserve as a gym owner, to cut out the noise and double down on your success. And these systems didn't just come out of thin air either. No, I've spent years in the industry trenches myself, learning client engagement from the ground up and how to attract, close, and retain more high-value members. So I know a thing or two about how to engage and retain this audience, right? And we practice what we preach. We've actually discovered with great success free organic methods to capture hundreds of thousands of customers' attention in the health and fitness industry. And we've spent the money as well. We're industry data miners. We've spent millions on testing Facebook and Instagram ads collectively. So we know exactly what works, and you can just simply steal it from us, right? And we've also made a ton of mistakes. Money spent, years spent, wheels spinning with no motion until we finally found systems that were working and getting results. And by accessing the systems today, you can have all the rewards without the scar. But there is a catch, right? This is a video on the internet after all, so of course there must be a catch, right? And the catch is very simple. I cannot guarantee this system will work for you. To make that clear, I cannot guarantee that this system will work for you specifically. And the only reason our systems are so effective and our partners are consistently smashing targets, getting the best results imaginable, is simply because we have a very specific type of gym owner that we like to partner up with to share these systems with. And the only reason our business works so well is that we don't work with everyone, right? This is not for gym owners that like spending thousands monthly on agencies, that want to spend more time chasing leads and less time making money. They don't want a consistent flow of valuable members. They're afraid of growth and don't want to positively impact a large tribe. They don't want to serve a lot of members. And also, this is not for gym owners that like to make excuses, to complain, or are overall just not serious about growing their business to another 6 or 7 figures, right? But this is for gym owners that want a boatload of cash on a monthly, predictable, reoccurring basis. They want to cut their workload in half and pay themselves more. They love growth and they will accept new clients with open arms. And they're also willing to invest in their future. They understand that, look, this is where I am right now, but probably going to need to invest in somebody with the expertise and work hard to get what I desire. So if you tick all of those boxes, I've got good news for you, because a dream partner of us always gets dream results. So the better you fit us, the better results you will see. So if you want to access these winning systems for yourself so that you can build a more profitable gym, you can run your business by the numbers without working 80-hour work weeks or hiring an agency or just needing a massive team, click below. You can scroll down below, book a call where either myself or a growth coach on my team will show you exactly how each system works and directly how you can plug them into your gym so you can have the autonomy you deserve, right, to keep growing an awesome facility while spending less time working inside it and ultimately just having a much more enjoyable gym business to run. So step 1, scroll down there, select a time, fill in your info and book a call. And then step 2, on the next page, fill in the survey and see if your location qualifies. And then once you're approved, you're all good to go. And look, I fully understand where you may be at right now. I understand if you've been burnt by a consultant or an agency in the past. And if you're somebody that's ready to finally see results, you're a hard worker and you'd like to break your chains from your gym business through using systems, if that somebody is you, you're genuinely one call away from that. You're one call away, that's all it is. And just a disclaimer, there's no simple tricks, okay? Just select a time and show up. There's no pressure. You don't even need your card. And we have no reason to even attempt to sell you something unless you think it's something that you want to do and you gave us full permission to do so. This is absolutely not a high pressure call whatsoever. And with that being said, please be prepared to make a decision on the call, whether that be a yes or a no. We get such a large volume of calls from gym owners that want access to these systems that truthfully, we just simply cannot have a weekly catch up to see where your head's at, as much as we'd obviously love to. That's not really an option for us. So please turn up to the call, ready to make a judgment there and then as to whether or not you like what you see and you would like to move forward. And so to do that, you can just scroll down below, put in your information, submit our application survey on the next page, and we'll walk you through in detail how all of this would look for you. It's that simple. No games, just a chat. And if you're somebody that likes to put things off or watches videos like this and says, maybe I'll do it later, not that important to me right now, I want to read you this quote. This is an awesome quote. It's a Chinese proverb, and it says that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So there is no better time for you to install systems in your business than right now. So let me leave you with a question. Imagine you woke up in 3 months' time and you had fully systemized operations to acquire and retain members and build and manage your team that you could either just copy and paste into new locations, sell as an asset, or have running in the background, printing profits on a predictable monthly basis. Imagine you had that. How much would that be worth to you? Because with us, it's an ROI guarantee, or we build it for you until you get that ROI, and we wire you $1,000 to apologize. So truthfully, I don't need you to say yes. I just need you to say maybe. So scroll down below and book a call, because this can change your life if you let it.